Hello and welcome to a beer with Wraggy. You will not, if you've been watching the news the last day or so, you will have noticed that I'll just pour this out. Cheers, Mr. Beery Beast in the Centaur Army. This is the peanut butter chocolate and caramel imperial stout, 13%. Not really the beer I should be drinking tonight, and hopefully it doesn't show up. Otherwise I'm getting an arsehole in. So, beer with Wraggy, discussing the brewery industry, and at the moment the position it's in, amazing beer, amazing brewery. We've seen breweries after breweries going down at the moment. Oh, that's bloody amazing. You don't get that in a supermarket. When I look around at breweries that have gone already, Twisted Wheel, amongst many, and Bad Seed Brewery last week, reports of Dig Brew going down, reports of Wild Weather going, reports of S43, although obviously Wild Bible. There are breweries in up and down the country. Last count, within the last year, there's been 60 breweries, non-locally, that I can pull out the hat at the moment. And it's frightening. It's a frightening situation. Make no mistake about it, the cost of malt, as well as other things, not just gas and electric, cost of malt 40% has gone up by. To produce a world-class imperial stout like this, malt is a massive ingredient that's part of it. I didn't understand this, but the malt is took into maltings and it's warmed, and that's why you get different grades of malt, heated up and whatever. I don't know the whole the whole thing about it, but that's why you get different gas powered to heat that malt up. So obviously gas and electric, massively important. And then you look at the water that's needed to make beer, hot water, obviously. And literally, I was in the pub the other day, and I've said this in another review, but I'll say it again. I was in the Crown Beast, and this old fella was there and was on about the beer, and obviously fantastic beer, and he was on about the beer, and he was saying, it's pubs like this that are doing, really supporting the brewery industry. And he was saying, yeah, I like Wetherspoons, they support the beer industry and they sell the cheap beer. And I'm like, well, fair play. If you're a brewery that can brew cheap and brew a lot, then yes, that does come into play. Vast majority of breweries can't brew the amount to make it pay. It is a scary scenario that we could lose breweries. And I'll tell you myself as just a case. I normally spend between, doing beer reviews, anything between £30 to £50 a week on beers. Not all the time, but when I'm buying beers, I'm buying, some good beers. And I mean, I've been lucky lately to have two friends of the channel, not fans, I hate that word, friends of the channel, actually, send a package of beer and send a gift card. So, I've not actually bought anything. I had Christmas presents as well since about the 10th of December. We're at the end of January now. So that's 7 weeks where I've spent nothing on beer. I have gone to pubs. We have spent a bit of money in pubs, but literally that's less than half of probably what I would normally spend, and that's one person. You equate that round the UK, people who can't afford to go to the pubs. Where we can go, we've gone. Um, I've got local breweries that I'm a massive fan of, and albeit friends of as well, I suppose, in some way. Um, Bought a new beer out yesterday, and I can't support every brewery. I can't support every local brewery with every beer they bring out. I just can't do it. Obviously, but certain beers tick their own boxes, and I'm literally 3 releases down on what they brought out. Bought out a beer literally just after Christmas. One yesterday, and another one that slipped out, without even me seeing it. And again, I'm at that position where, we're paying so much out, and I literally can't seem, I can't afford to justify. And whether or not I want the beer, and obviously I bloody do, but I can't justify spending that money. And obviously, like most people, bills are coming in, and it's the toughest time. And the problem is, it's the toughest time for the people that really do spend the money in this world. Not your mega rich who scribble their money away, don't pay taxes, but it's the working class and the lower class who go out for a pub and go out and buy beers from bottle shops and stuff, and that are struggling. What brought it home yesterday was on TV when the boss of Cloudwater, Paul, obviously Cloudwater have been mega successful. Maybe didn't do the right thing with Brewdog, but we'll hold him back on that. But what comes next for what he was saying yesterday, that he's suffering with mental health. He feels like he's on his knees, and that's not good. When we look around the beer industry around us, there are breweries that are doing well, there are breweries that are worrying, and it's something when you're in your own house and you're turning your temperatures down and everything, you're turning your heating off, you're sitting there in fleeces, and it's like, fucking hell, work all week and work extra hours, and I can't even have the heating on properly to heat the house. You're worrying about it. And obviously, not alone on this. There's millions across the UK who are suffering the same situation, and albeit the world, I suppose, at this moment in time. And it's a frightening situation that COVID was a bit of a storm, a big storm, and yet we all managed to get through COVID. Literally, hardly any breweries went under during the COVID. But this year, and I don't know if you can blame Brexit or not. The anti-Brexit people will say, well, this is all because of Brexit. Yeah, but let's be fair, there's a bloody COVID, there's a war in the Ukraine, the gas prices, electric. Can't blame all that on COVID. Get off your fucking high horse, and don't blame it all on Brexit. There's obviously everything as a factor in this. But we must be careful not to just blame it all on one thing. 13 years of Tories don't help, mind you. And dodgy people in charge of the country does not help matters. You've got a chairman of the Conservative Party who's, a millionaire. You've got a prime minister whose wife's a billionaire. What taxes does she pay? Yeah. So we pay taxes. She doesn't. Oh, come on. The world's not right at the moment. We're not right. You know, there needs to come a time when, we all pay a bit in. If I'm paying so much in a week, then you rich buggers should pay the same amount. You know, it should not be the case that people get away with paying bugger all when the rest of us do. Because what that means is all them that pay bugger all them rich people that scribble their money abroad, but sit in Britain and proclaim, when every fashionable thing comes out, and you need to look from COVID going forward. There was the BLM, and then there was other things that came out. All them people that, you know, all of a sudden they're going, yeah, yeah. And where's your money based? Oh, well, I've got my money in a tax haven. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're not really helping the poor people, are you? No. And too much of that goes off. So anyway, back to breweries. It's going to be an interesting winter. Two local breweries near me, Castle Rock. They're actually open. Castle Rock have actually took over the News House in Nottingham and opened a pub in collaboration with Yup Beer in Newark. Lincoln Green have actually opened up a new pub literally 2 days ago in Long Eaton. I'm going there Saturday for a couple of beers. The Mill and Brook. So, you know, breweries are booking the trend. So, what, and this isn't, I want to put the conversation out there. Is the brewery industry on its knees? Or is it only parts of the brewery industry that's on its knees? Is there streamlining to be done, or is it the fact that you've got to be better at what you do and how you do it? Amazing beer. I still prefer the barrel aged version. 4.5 out of 5, 6 or 5 all day long, not 6. But a stunning beer, and you know, I pray to God people like Neon Wrapped, Bang the Elephant, and the local breweries around me, but also the mega breweries across the UK survive this winter. Um, there's a way to do business, and there's a way to win, and it may be the fact that we all need to be a bit more shrewd in our dealings and how we do things, and take stock and learn. Always look at your competitors and learn and adapt um, to get through this winter. The public will support breweries, but brewing good beer, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Just getting through to spring and summer. That'll be a good time because obviously a lot of people drinking, no eating on. You're only really paying for doing the beer. You're not paying for heating. A little bit of electricity to keep the lights on, and there. So it's going to be interesting. In any case, what does everyone else think about what's happening in beer today? Thank you for watching. See you soon.